What's going on, guys? Aiden Jordaan here, and today we're going to be looking at the brand new Klevv Cras XR RGB gaming RAM from Evetech. So let's check it out and then we'll get straight into the review. Okay, so we are back with yet another review. Now, I know RAM isn't as interesting as reviewing a laptop or headset, etc. But for those of you that are looking at upgrading or buying some new RAM and not sure which one to go for, I'm just here to give you a quick overview of the Klevv Cras XR, as it is a fairly new brand that Evetech has brought in, and I myself wasn't very familiar with the brand at first. So let's dive into this overview and check out this new brand. There's a big technical side when it comes to RAM regarding speeds, overclocking, and all that. Now, I'm gonna try and stay as far away from that as possible because, well, one, I'm definitely not a technical guru when it comes to RAM, and secondly, I really just want to focus on the real world tests. Seeing how it handles in Adobe Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects, Lightroom for all my photographers and video editors out there. Also, seeing how it copes with multiple programs open, and then of course, seeing how it stacks up in the gaming realm. But before we get to all that, let's have a look at the physical appearance, because as we all know, looks do matter. When it comes to PC gaming components, of course. Starting off, the Klevv Cras XR is slightly smaller and thinner compared to the Klevv Cras X. Klevv has definitely gone with a lighter, more sleek design. To keep things cool, it comes in a self-designed aluminium heatsink and finished off with an almost gunmetal grey color. Moving on to everyone's probably favorite part, the RGB light strip. The Cras XR has a very unique LED light bar, which I absolutely love. Looking at 4 of them stacked together in my PC is really a sight to see. Not only is it a magnificent sight, but it also is compatible with Razer Chroma, ASUS Aura Sync, Gigabit RGB Fusion, MSI Mystic Light, and ASRock Polychrome Sync, which is super cool because it means you can sync up your lights with the rest of your RGB components depending on what brand they are. Using one of the 5 softwares, you have plenty of effects and colors to choose from, such as static, which of course is a solid color, and as you can see, you have a wide variety of colors to choose from. You also have your breathing effect, your color cycle, rainbow, comet, flash and dash, and so on. As you can see with this program, I'm using the ASUS Aura Sync. It's just because my graphics card is ASUS, so that links up really nicely. And as you can see, there's a lot of different options that you can play with. Moving on to performance, the Klevv Cras XR comes as a set with 2x16 GB DDR4 3600 MHz modules. The XR series compared to the X series has higher speed performance and lower cache latency. It also supports Intel XMP 2.0 for one-click overclocking. This RAM is compatible with majority of your mainstream motherboards such as Gigabit, ASUS, MSI, and ASRock. So all that said on paper, how does this RAM actually do when put to the test? Well, I can say pretty damn well. For the photographers and video editors out there, having Lightroom or Adobe Premiere open and then quickly opening up Photoshop or After Effects to do some retouching or anything like that is an absolute breeze. I personally have the Corsair Vengeance 16GB 3200 MHz. Now, don't get me wrong, Corsair RAM is absolutely brilliant, but I have been looking to upgrade to 32 gigs or even 64 gigs because a lot of times when I do have a lot of programs open, for instance Adobe Premiere and then After Effects, and maybe I want to quickly jump into Photoshop as well to edit a thumbnail, it definitely takes a toll on my poor 16 gigs. So having that extra little bit, whether it be 32 gigs or 64 gigs, really makes a big difference. The big positive of the Klevv Cras XR compared to the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro is that the 32 gig 3600 MHz is around 700 Rand cheaper than the Corsair equivalent. So if you are trying to save a few bucks, I definitely recommend the Klevv. If that's still a bit pricey for you, have a look at the Klevv Cras X, as it is your best option in terms of value for money. And if you're not into the whole RGB thing, there is the Klevv Bolt XR, which is the exact same as the Cras XR, except it does not have the LED bar. Now, you're not really saving a lot going with the non-RGB. So unless your PC is hiding in a closet, I would highly recommend going with one that's gonna light up your PC like fireworks on New Year's. For the gamers out there, this RAM performs as expected. I hopped into a few games and it did its job. I would say my frames were a fraction higher comparing it to my 16 gig Corsair Vengeance. Now, that does make sense since there is 48 gigs more RAM. And lastly, all of the Klevv RAM does come with a limited lifetime warranty. There you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are looking at picking up some Klevv RAM, you can go head over to the Evetech website. Now, currently a few of the units are out of stock at the moment, but don't worry, I have spoken to the Evetech guys and they said the shipment is on its way. It is just a little bit delayed because of all the COVID regulations it has to go through. But please stay patient, it is on its way. And also, I got dibs on first order. But that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe as well. And also, let me know down in the comments below what RAM you have or what RAM you really want. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.